us how to read. Stone, can you read that for me?
Return to your ILDP.
Loud and proud.
Return to your ILDP and complete section 3 with the exception of the very last section, 3.3, titled Leadership Philosophy. You are not doing section 2 yet. This week you need to complete section 3 except for the very last page. Fortunately, you have done some of the work already based on the discussion post. Feel free to use this information and plug in your constraints.
First time anybody's seen that?
No.
Okay. Not sure they all got feel this. Okay. So we're good then? Following directions?
Yeah.
Alright. Just making sure. Okay. I went to grade your leadership philosophy, but I'll let you off the hook because I wanted to actually see those first, but that's on me. So all we have left is the leadership philosophy. So I'll go back and fix your grading because I actually want to see that first. So just make sure. You need to submit it digitally.
Digitally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Why I bring that up? We are almost done.
Whoa.
Okay. Some of you are missing assignments. If I saw they were missing, I went ahead and put in zeros so that you know. Some of you are missing class and have yet to make those up. This should not be news. I sent an announcement on, I think, August 31st of how to make that up, including bringing it up multiple times throughout the semester. Okay? So if you're unsure about your attendance, you need to let me know. Sound good? Okay, you can ask me after class. Yes, sir?
If we submit missing assignments, do we need to email you and be like, hey, submitted assignment?
It would be beneficial, yes. I will not grade late assignments until the end. I will get caught up on grading first, and then I will go back through and grade late assignments. Okay, so we are almost done. All right. Which means we have class on Tuesday, next Tuesday, before the break. Everyone's looking at me. Everyone knows that. Okay, so you don't get the whole week off, just so you know. Okay, sorry, but I want to make sure you know so that you show up to class. Fortunately, yours is in the morning. Whatever you do after this, I don't care. Okay. That's the end of the semester, and then you guys finished here on November 30th. Cool. Huh?
Isn't that Thursday?
It's a Tuesday.
I thought this.
Your Thursday classes get reassigned to a following Tuesday. For your Tuesday classes, the 30th is your last class day. Make sense? Reading days are jacked up. I don't get them. I don't like them, but that's what we got. Cool. And the reason you have classes, your Thursday classes get reassigned is because you missed the 25th.
Yeah, so I thought the 29th and the 30th were.
Those are normal days. Those are the last two normal days. After that, it gets jacked up with reading days. I think the second, so if you have Thursday classes, the second is a normal Thursday, and then you have class again on Tuesday for your Thursday. All right, but just double check. It always gets confusing, but I want to make sure you know because attendance matters. Cool? Questions? Okay, cool. So what we'll have is the leadership philosophy left, which is, to me, the most important part of your LDP, and we'll get into that a little bit more next week, okay? But I'll give you a little break over Thanksgiving, but that's basically what we have left. Sound fair? Okay. Okay. What's the last constraint? Who's a quick draw? What's wrong with you guys? Huh? Okay. Who else? Huh? Low impulse control. What's wrong with you, Sophia?
I just kind of do what I want when I feel like it.
Okay. All right. Who else? Where am I? There's several of you. Yeah. What's wrong with you guys?
Easily distracted.
Yeah. It's squirrel. Okay. It's you guys. Right? What else?
We
Same.
don't do the sucky things.
What's that?
We don't do the sucky things.
You don't do the sucky things? What do you mean?
Like we have no impulse over like things that we enjoy, but we're not gonna do it on stuff we don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Monotony,
Huh?
wretched. Monotony is like a wretched thing.
Okay. All right. So how do we work with these people? What do we do with them? What's wrong with them?
Ball and chain.
Huh?
Ball and chain.
Ball and chain? Is that a good solution?
I don't know. Stops them from wandering off.
Is that gonna motivate you?
No, motivate me to kill
He's
someone.
literally gonna gnaw his leg off. Okay, bored out of his mind.
I just
Right.
heard homicide over there.
Your suggestions have not been great all semester, if we're being honest. Okay. I like it though. Okay. What else? What are we gonna do with him? How do you work with him? Kendall?
Short-term goal.
Short-term growth. Good. I'll take it. Good. What else? Alex?
Figure out how to keep them engaged.
How to keep engaged? How you gonna do that?
We're giving them feedback.
Feedback? Okay, what kind?
I mean, telling them, you gotta give them a lot of instructions.
I don't know. Do you need a lot of instruction? No?
The impulse to wander off is the same impulse to work really hard in a given time.
Right. Okay, so how do we do that? What if you don't want to work hard? Because you won't.
Yeah, there are ways, I don't know, but there are ways to like guide them towards
I
that.
think most of it is like reminding them what like the end goal is maybe, and then like breaking that down.
Okay?
Smaller tasks to go for.
Yeah.
Small intent. But what else? What else do they do? When you're in a group or whatever you're working with them, what do quick draws do?
They get the first part done fast.
Do they always get it done?
Sloppily, but it's something.
Not really. What's the talk about in the book? What do they do?
Start a project and keep going, and then they just taper off. I can't finish a project
Yeah, why?
because they can't stick with it.
Right, why?
They start the next one.
Huh?
They start the next project. They see the next.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. But why? Why are they doing that? You guys are right, but why?
You get bored or you get interested in another thing more.
Yeah. What kind of people are you?
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, which have what?
Most successful.
Huh? No.
Ideas.
No. Bingo. Say it loud and proud.
Ideas.
They're ideas people, right? Okay, they're in a group, they're in a setting. You're like, hey, I got it. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, and then they start down that path. And what happens after Ryan comes up with this great idea? Veers off. Squirrel. Okay, sees another shiny thing. It's like fishing lure. Okay, so how do we work with him? They're ideas people. How do we work with them?
Steal the ideas.
Steal the ideas? If it's a good idea, we do it, right? You guys feel good when your idea's used?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What if it's not?
That's why we move on.
Yeah. What are you shaking your head for, Taylor?
It's just not like you'd rather be using your own idea, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you say, Declan? Right. Yeah. Why didn't you use my idea?
Yeah.
You're on the right track. You got to find a way to keep them engaged, but you have to validate their idea, or they're out. You can see it in the group, right? They sit back like this. I see it in class. Okay. Most of you guys. Okay. Sit back and you check out. Look at his posture already. Okay. Easy. Okay. He's checked out. All right. So, what do we do? How are we going to fix you guys? How do we fix them? No, you don't get to say anything yet. What?
Maybe incentives.
Huh?
Maybe do like something incentive based.
But how so? You guys keep wanting to reward them, but how? What's the reward?
Validation.
How would you do that? You're in a group setting that came up with an idea. How are you going to validate it?
Well, if it's a good idea, go with the plan. If it's not, tell them it's a great idea, but it might not be perfect for the specific goal.
Yeah, okay. How many of you are just generally slower? Right? Like you're both. You're a weird dude, Grant. You're a weird dude. Okay. That's okay. How many, you sit back and you want to take it all in? Kendall, right? Okay. A lot of you guys. All right. So, what do you do when you got the quick draw in there? Hey, I got an idea. Let's go do it. What do you do with them?
Tune them out.
You tune them out? Okay. Not great. Hannah?
I mean, if they're just like throwing information at me, sometimes it is easy to just kind of just throw them out. But sometimes it's better to just kind of filter what they're saying to like good, bad, good, bad.
Now we're on track. Okay. Should we just tune them out?
I mean, no.
Sometimes they're good ideas, right? They are entrepreneurs. Guess what? If you're the CEO manager type, I hate to tell you this, you need them. Okay? We're all different, right? The ideas people love to that's how they thrive. They love to live on the idea and what they're going to do. What happens to the guy's buddy in the book who keeps moving on from one thing to the next? He's got a family, right? What's his wife say? Keeps moving on?
She gets annoyed.
Huh?
She gets annoyed because they keep going from place to place.
Yeah, and then they pull in the banker, right? Why?
It shows the spending habits.
Because he's losing his ass sometimes. So your idea is not always good, okay? But sometimes it is, right? Entrepreneurs tend to be like this, all right? They love to build, and then they move on. Managers, CEO types, not creative, boring, all right? But they'll stick with the company and run it. They'll make sure everyone gets paid, okay? So you need each other. So don't tune them out, right? Yeah, you're not totally flawed, but you have terrible execution. So know that, all right? That's okay. You can be the ideas person, right? But know that sometimes you do have to do the thing that sucks, don't you? Right? It's soul crushing, isn't it? Right? So having goals, right? Trying to figure out how to reward them, good. But don't just cast them aside, okay? Because you need those folks. Okay. I got something to write with. Write down your top 2 constraints, your own top 2 constraints.
Make sure I have it written.
Can't exactly remember, you bet your 2 closest. Okay, your top 2 constraints. With each constraint, I want you to write one good thing about your constraint, why it's beneficial to you or why you believe so, and one bad thing. What's a drawback? What's a negative? So one good thing, one bad thing of each of your top 2 constraints. You awake, Wes? All right. Don't hurt yourself. One good thing, one bad thing. Related to you. Not in general. Get it figured out? Got him? Okay, let's hear it. Who's first? Taylor, let's hear it. What's your constraint?
So my top one is ostrich.
Okay?
So a pro about what I think about ostrich is I think it
Okay.
Con, it keeps me from reaching my full potential.
Okay, cool. I'll take it. What's your other one?
My second one is turtle, and my pro was why change something if it keeps working?
Okay.
And con, progress, success, stagnation is not.
Okay. All right. So yours are literally related. Yeah, similar. Okay. Is that how you are? Okay. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Who's next? What you got, Will?
So I can translate quick draw and bulldozer.
Okay.
Quick draw, a good thing. I just go for it and I don't give myself time to overthink and just send it. But this can cause failure a lot of the time because I don't give myself the opportunity to fully think it through and
Okay.
weigh my decisions. Bulldozer, good thing, which is also a bad thing. But I'm a perfectionist. Like I want to do the job myself and do it well. But I struggle to delegate.
Okay. So literally, you want to do it as fast and quickly as you can in your way only. Awesome. Who wants to work with Will? Nobody. No, I'm just kidding. Some of you do, right? Some of you do. Who is completely concerned about his personality type? Yeah, good answer. Will is. Okay, fair enough. Can you see those guys? You can see them, right? Okay, Party's like, oh man, hard charger. Look at him go. Then you just see him going down the wrong path. Oh, look, there he goes. But he's doing such a good job at it. Okay, does practice make perfect? No, practice makes permanent. How you practice, right? If you practice it wrong, then you're doing it wrong. Okay, some good things in there, right? But you got to be aware of it, right? For you, for both of those, that's really hard to do. It's really hard. Okay, hilarious. I love it. Good stuff. Who's next? What do you got?
I got ostrich and flatliner. A good one for ostrich is
Literally the polar opposite, right? Okay, go ahead.
realistic outlook on life,
Mm.
and for flatliner, most people aren't going to make it. So, bad things. For ostrich, definitely worry too much about taking responsibility and sort of leadership and stuff.
Okay.
And then for flatlining, I don't really know what I'm going to do with myself in the future.
Okay, good. I like it. Are you aware of it?
Yes.
Is it a problem?
Yes,
But
it's
you
a problem.
okay, exactly. This is not a bad thing, but you guys are justifying it, which you always do, which everyone does. We justify the things we do, whether we're being lazy or goofing off or whatever it is, okay? Or we say we're perfectionists, okay? No, you're just kind of an asshole sometimes, okay? And that's not always what it is, but sometimes you are, right? You do it this way. I still got it done, but you didn't do it how I wanted you to do it. Who cares, right? That's on you and on them, right? I like it. Okay. Who's next? What you got?
So my top two are quick draw and ostrich.
Okay.
Kind of an odd combination.
Yeah, both
But,
you and Grant are weird
For
people.
quick draw, the good. I get really interested in things, so like I guess I have a wide. I don't know. I can get interested in really anything.
Okay.
But the bad is that I can't stick to any single one of those for long enough to really like expand my knowledge on something.
Yep.
And then for ostrich, I'd say the good is that I'm a pretty selfless person. I feel like I'm pretty caring about others.
Yeah.
I can see the best in other people. But the bad is that I hesitate to make my voice heard. And so that in combination with being a quick draw is like I've got all these ideas, but it's like tough to make those heard sometimes.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Okay. Good. Who's next? What do you got, Sophia?
Mine's ostrich and quick draw.
Okay.
So for ostrich, I like to listen to other people's thoughts and ideas, but I don't want to vocalize my own.
Yeah.
Quick draw, I can actually overcome my ostrich constraint and just kind of do things without overthinking.
Okay.
But then I spend money very easily
Mhm.
or often.
Man, Amazon is the worst thing that's happened to you, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just
Or
you just
DoorDash.
mashing the phone. Buy all the things. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's terrible. Okay. Good. Alex.
I had bulldozer and turtle.
Okay.
So for bulldozer, like I'm really comfortable like leading the group and stuff. But a lot of times, kind of like what you were saying, I'll like take control of things that like I probably shouldn't. And for turtle, I'm really good when I have a routine, which is really great. But also I get annoyed when stuff changes.
Okay. You want to be a physician.
Yes.
Okay. So there's some good things about the routine. every single thing is going to be different all the time. Okay. So you're aware of that, right? Okay, good. Who's next? We're all going. What you got, Folsom?
I had bulletproof and critics. For the good of bulletproof, I guess it like allows me to be like confident sometimes when like I wouldn't be comfortable. It allows me to just be comfortable and
Okay.
push forward. For critics, it allows me to like hold myself to a high standard, and I'm always thinking I can be better. And then for the bad, for bulletproof, I can come as like obnoxious and like just not caring about anybody else.
Okay.
For critics, you can just probably come off as an a-hole because you don't care.
So you literally don't care and you want to treat them like shit. Awesome. Awesome in the workforce, right? Can't wait. I hope Folsom's my boss, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
Probably realize that like not everybody's gonna be perfect and I'm not perfect.
Yeah, I know you're not. Your attendance isn't. It's not hard, right? We can see it. You guys, this is cadet wide, okay? You guys will love, and Folsom has not done this, but you guys will love to come. I've had issues, rarely, but sometimes I've had students like literally fail out of SOMS, which is pretty hard to do, okay? And they'll come to me and say things like, "This is not who I am." Yeah, it is. It's exactly who you are. All you've shown me is what you are, right? But people love to say that. It's very strange to me. Okay. But you're aware of it, right? Okay. Good. Who was next? What do you got? Kennedy?
Ostrich and iceberg.
Okay.
So ostrich, I see the good in people, and and then low self-esteem.
Okay.
And then for iceberg, I can be an independent person, and I don't really rely on others.
Okay.
But it's hard to connect with others.
Yeah, leave me alone. Let me do my thing, right? Okay. You'd rather rely on like AI and automation than deal with people.
Not necessarily. I
Okay.
rely on myself more.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Is that always a good thing?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Fair enough. So we can be autonomous. We can do our own thing, but we need people sometimes, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Who's next? What? Kendall?
I had turtle, and I think it makes me reliable, but I miss out on opportunities that could be good for me.
Okay.
And then I had critic, which it keeps myself accountable, but it can be stressful because I can't let myself relax.
Okay. Are you critical of other people too?
Not so much because I don't really know what's going on in their lives. I'm not them.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Good. Okay. Who's next? Micah?
I got bulldozer and volcano.
Okay. What do we got?
So like for good for bulldozers, like obviously like when people are under pressure, like you need somebody to just like go with like a plan.
Okay.
Sometimes that plan doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
And it hurts kind of like the team because then they probably don't trust you.
Okay.
And you just bulldoze your way into something.
Okay.
For volcano, the good in it is that like you can be like super competitive. You can be like use that like aggressive behavior to not just like stand by and just be complacent opportunities.
Okay.
Bad, it can be taken as personal when you could be angry at like the situation more than the person.
Okay. Yeah.
Come across as like an asshole too.
Is that how you blow up sometimes?
Yeah.
It's not the person's fault, right? You ever dealt with customer service?
Yeah.
You ever call somebody up and rip them a new one? Is it their fault? Most of the time, no. Okay. It's usually the situation. Okay. All right. So those are two tough ones. How are you gonna deal with that?
Shit, man, I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. That's why we're here. Okay. Stick with something. Hopefully you guys really love next semester. Okay. Because we get into the psychology of why we do the things we do. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah. Just be aware of it. Okay. Those are good things to be aware of. It's going to be really hard for you to sit back. Okay. And deal with it. Good. What do you got, Declan?
So I'm a quick draw and
Yeah.
I'm a volcano. So I'm like very energetic coming in,
Yeah.
competitive, like we all work together trying to get to a goal, and then as soon as like I taper off and then I just don't care.
that's the issue with volcanoes, right? You guys can actually deal with a lot for a while, but when you snap, it's not good, right? It's not good. Okay, but so we're aware of it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Who's next? What do you got, Stone?
I have iceberg and volcano. Not emotionally attached to some situations,
Okay.
and then true bonds actually have to take a lot of time and effort to get through.
Okay. Yep.
Volcano. Sometimes you just need to be angry and aggressive to complete something.
Okay.
And
Fair enough.
just the select few words can start an eruption.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't take much to set you off, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Awesome. Who's next? Mason.
So I'm quick draw and turtle.
Okay.
So with the quick draw thing,
How's that work?
I mean, it's kind of like, it's easy for me to have an idea and get started on some things, but it's also hard to stay focused and finish it.
Right.
And then a turtle just, like, routines are good for me. I like routines, but also kind of like holds you back from opportunities.
Okay.
That change.
All right. Good. I'll take it. Gabriel.
I'm bulldozer and iceberg. So for bulldozer, I guess it's good that I'm able to like get in front of a big group of people, just kind of take charge if I need to.
Okay.
But it's also bad because I always feel that I need to do it myself.
Okay.
I trust others to do it.
Yep. Okay.
Iceberg, I can tell people the honest truth. I don't really care about their feelings. I'm just saying it straight to the point.
Okay.
And it's bad because I'm not the best at considering others.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Great things to be aware of. Okay. Who's next? What do you got?
I'm a turtle and iceberg.
Okay.
So a turtle, good thing is, I mean, I'll do what works. I mean, what's been proven to work. And then, I guess a bad thing would be I don't use a metric system.
What do you mean?
The metric system.
Literally the metric system?
Because standard is damn good. And we won that war twice. But like,
You know, in the 70s we were going to switch?
Yeah.
The U.S. was going to switch to the metric system. You know why we didn't? Cost. Changing all the road signs. In the 70s. I mean, it was, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars at the time. We're like, nope, we're not going to do it.
because it's a stupid idea. And
It's
we
a
should
better
do it.
system. You know there's keyboards that are far more efficient to learn than what we have now? Yeah.
You know what, you can't divide by 2? It's all it has.
Some people can, and it's not in half. Okay? But see what he's doing? Like, see how he's like, see why I'm right? Okay? Like, he's fully justifying his flaw. Okay? What's your
No.
next one?
We won that war twice, and it's stupid. So, and then iceberg. Good thing is I'll tell people how it is, and then the bad thing everyone just thinks I'm a dick.
Yes. Okay, good. Things to be aware of? Yeah. Does it happen in your life?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Okay? So we got some work to do, right? Are you always right?
Yeah.
No. No, you are not. 100% you are not. Okay? Again, can be some good things, but some things to be aware of. Okay? Just because we won 2 world wars, right, doesn't mean the metric system's not far more efficient.
No,
which
we
it
won the revolution.
is. Oh, the Revolutionary War?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we used the
you know
metric
they
system
created
there
the
for a long
standard
time
system,
first.
right?
Actually, Jefferson is one that came up with a lot of things that we use now, which is pretty fascinating. Who hasn't gone? Laura?
I'm an ostrich and a volcano. For my ostrich, the good thing is I don't think I'm always right, so I'm willing to hear people out.
Okay?
But the bad thing is I lack the ability to have confidence in my own ideas.
Okay.
For volcano, I'm not afraid of confrontation.
Okay.
But a bad thing is my emotions get the better of me and ruin my plan.
Okay. So we're not confident that we're right, but we're going to get really pissed off about it? Right? Isn't that dumb? That's how we are. It's okay, right? We all have these things, okay? At least some of them. We're all on the spectrum, right? Whoever brought that up, I think Grant said that or whatever. Okay? Yeah, so that's a weird way to be, right? Okay. Are you aware of it? Okay, cool. I think you wrote about volcanoes. Like, the whole family?
Yeah.
Right. So we're not sure, but we're really pissed off about it all together. Okay, good. All right. At least the bulldozers are, like, confident in their idea, right? I know I'm right. I'm going to yell about it. You're like, I'm not sure I'm right. I'm still going to yell about it. Hilarious. Who hasn't gone? Grant?
Quick draw and ostrich.
Okay.
My good thing with ostrich is like I do tasks that I enjoy, I get them done and I do it well. Bad thing is if it's boring or redundant, I just don't enjoy doing it.
fair enough. Who else? Ryan, can't wait.
What do you think I am?
You already said what you are. You already wrote them. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You're what are we talking about? Was it bulletproof? And critic. It was critic, wasn't it? Now, what do you got?
I went with quick draw and critic.
Quick draw and critic. Okay, what do we got?
For quick draw, I run almost completely on motivation, so that's not a good thing.
Okay, why?
Because when it disappears, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah. You will love next semester. Seriously, it's fun.
And then a good thing though is I think I see opportunity in a lot of things. Like,
Okay.
But it moves quick. And then for critic, I seem unpleased to most people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you just? And then I think that allows me to achieve really high like quality in the work I do.
Okay.
For like my major.
Okay. Yeah, if you like it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like it.
When you like it, and when you don't, it's terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I see. Read your stuff.
Wait, so I got a question. If we have a quick draw and a bulletproof, is that like a gunslinger?
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. Good job. You work on that one for a while?
Yeah.
Nice.
All last night.
Who has it gone? Angelina? What do you got?
So I put down ostrich and quick draw. I'd say a bad thing about quick draw is that I probably am an impulsive like spender.
Okay.
Buyer, and also I know I have like a tendency to jump from task to task without like sticking with it.
Okay.
I think a good thing about that is that I'm great at thinking on my feet or like coming up with like quick ideas.
Yeah.
And for ostrich, I think a bad thing is probably like a tendency to doubt my ability to do things, even like if it's something I already know I'm good at. I think I just overthink it. I think one thing I try to work on is probably like monitoring my thoughts.
Okay.
Or like
That's a
if
good
I'm-
thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm anticipating a situation, I try to imagine it going well.
Okay. Good.
A good thing is that I'd say I'm pretty self-aware and like aware of how I treat others.
Okay. The downfall? What was the downfall?
Overthinking.
Overthinking. Okay. Yeah. So, so you have really good ideas, but you're afraid to bring them up. They're sitting in the room with you. They're in the group. Okay. Has good ideas. This is why you have to work through everybody, right? You have to literally sometimes, especially if you're loud and impulsive, and like if you're not an ostrich but you're a quick draw, you got to step back and listen to everybody. Same thing for the bulldozers, right? You actually have to take the time. Angelina's sitting over here quiet, not gonna say a word, but maybe has the best idea in the group, so you have to pull it out of her. Okay. Did everybody go? Wes?
Yeah. Volcano and quick draw. So, I'll go after what I want pretty hard.
Okay.
Especially if I'm really passionate about it, but I blow up with a lot of people with getting numbers and stuff, so it's hard to like fix that
Okay.
gap. But I don't know if we're good at that.
Uh-huh.
And then I've got some, like to think I have some pretty good ideas. I don't know, not all the time, but I'm really impulsive and I don't think through a lot of things.
Okay.
I just do it, especially out of anger.
Okay. All right. Okay. But we're aware of it, right? Okay. Good. That's a good thing. Hannah, you last?
I put ostrich and flatliner. So for ostrich.
Ostrich and what?
And flatliner.
Flatliner. Okay. Yeah.
So for ostrich, the good thing is it makes it easier for me to like be more humble for others. Above
Yeah.
myself.
Okay. Good.
But it also makes it really hard to interact with people I don't know or people I don't know very well. Like I don't do well with acquaintances or strangers.
Okay.
And then flatlining, a good thing about it is I'm typically a pretty chill person.
Uh huh.
Like I don't really have a whole lot of like crazy highs and lows. But a bad thing about it is it's kind of hard for me to find motivation to do stuff even when it's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Everybody go? Get everybody? Okay. Good. What happens for an internship or job interview? when they ask you, what are some of your constraints and how do you deal with it? Did you just give answers?
You give solutions after you
No,
give.
did you just give an answer? Just now? Yeah. Okay. Every single job interview I've ever been on has asked me some variation of the question. What's a fault of yours, or what's a constraint, or what's a challenge, and how did you overcome it? All right. Some of these things you don't want to bring up. But all of you gave good answers, right? We may not want to bring up that if I'm not interested, I'm not going to finish it. I don't know if I'd bring that one up, okay, necessarily. All right. But all of you, in a good way, honestly, said, here's a fault of mine, and here's why it's not always a bad thing. Every single one of you. You all justified it. That's okay. Okay. Jimmy's never been wrong in his life, apparently. Okay. But you want to be careful with that, right? If you bring that up in an interview, okay? Because you're not always going to be right. It's going to be hilarious. What do you want to do? What's your major?
Right now, geology.
Yeah, okay. Can't wait. Constant change. All right. It's going to be hilarious. Okay. So there's some strengths in there. Just be aware of it, okay? We all have to work with these people. Is it really easy to see this stuff in others? Like the folks that you guys know fairly well, when Will's talking, were you like, yeah, that's him? And vice versa? Yeah. It's really easy to see in others. It's hard to see in ourselves. It's hard to be aware of it, right? That is the genuine challenge, right, for the rest of your days. And they're going to shift and evolve, right? Some of you will change, some of you won't, right? But just be aware that we've all got constraints, okay? And we all love to justify them. Who are the realists? I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. Every pessimist I've ever met says that, okay, which is hilarious to me. Maybe they're right, okay? Good stuff. Okay, so.
What did you say Tersus was? Aristotle?
An
iceberg and a.
No, I think it was a bulletproof volcano. Which, who else? That's what Will was, right?
No, I was quick draw bulldozer.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so this is essentially your final, okay, of what we're going to work on, right? This is the last part of the ILDP that you have, right? I will give you a couple weeks on this because we have Thanksgiving coming up, right? Nobody will do anything over Thanksgiving. You're like, oh yeah, I'll have time to do stuff at home. No, you won't. You're not going to do it. You're going to eat and drink too much and all that good stuff. It's the best holiday ever, okay? Yeah, so fair enough. But I'll give you some time on this because to me this is the most important thing. And the exact reason I had you guys write this stuff down today, right? This is the first step into your healing, right? Is who you are as horrible people with major flaws, right? Okay? You have to accept it. It's okay. All of you justified it. It's okay. Some of you got ways to go to figure out how to deal with it. It's okay. Literally, if you write things down, it will help you. Why do we write things down? What are some reasons we write things down?
To remember it.
Huh?
To remember it.
We can write down far more than we can remember. What else?
Make it physical.
Physical, yeah, absolutely. Make it tangible, absolutely. What else?
Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement, good. What else? Huh?
It implies commitment to your philosophy that you already do.
Yeah, okay, the commitment. How many times have you guys said something and you thought back later, like, oh, I should have said it this way. It would have been a lot better. We all do that, right? Writing gives you the opportunity to do that. You can edit, cut, paste. None of you proofread. But if you did, God, you'd be so much better. Okay? You'd be such better people. Right? So here's the opportunity to do that, okay? If you had me for 281, now you've had me for 380. And if you had me for any other SOMS classes, the first day of class, every single class, I will ask you, what is your definition of leadership? Almost all of you will say something like, to get a group of people towards a common goal, to accomplish something. Right? Textbook answer. It doesn't have to be that way. Make your own definition of what leadership is. This is the first opportunity to do that. Well, second, I guess. Okay. Make it personal. All right? Your philosophy should be informed by your life story, personal values, personal leadership experience, followership experience, which is important, interpretations of experience of others, education, leadership theory, all that good stuff, okay? They should be clear along with your priorities and expectations. A lot of times you guys write shit like,
I believe I should hold people accountable, and I lead by example, and I'm a cadet and a person of faith. It could be any of you. It's so generic it makes me want to punch my computer screen. Okay? These are personal leadership philosophies. Make it about you and your own leadership. You're all so different. All right? You are all, don't lose your thought. Gabriel is extremely different than James. Okay? You're extremely different. If I read your philosophies and they're the same, then it's not your own. Make sense? What do you got, Ryan?
Do you have an example?
No, because that I don't want you to see them. I want to make it your own.
I mean, I get that, but I don't really know what you're asking for, but I know that you don't want what I'm going to give you.
Then you've got some work to do. Okay. Now, maybe not, but as long as it's personal to you, if I read it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Ryan. Okay. Then you did it. Does that make sense? If I can tell that it's about you and your style and your leadership philosophy and you as a person, it's personal to you. Okay? Then you did it. But you also haven't even started it yet because you haven't written anything down. But you got an idea already, right? Quick draws. It's like, I got it. I'll be done. I'll be done in 30 seconds after this. Okay. Yeah, you can do bullets if you want. I prefer paragraphs, like actually write it out, but again, I'll leave that up to you. You don't ever need to say, look at me. You don't ever need to say, I believe or I think. You're the author. I know it's what you believe or think. Speak plainly. Make sense? Speak directly. I know it's your opinion. You don't need to say, I believe. Okay? That's a weird thing that people do. If you write, I'm not going to lie. Why would you say that? That's the dumbest phrase ever, right? Unless you lie a lot. Unless you're a habitual liar, you never need to start a sentence with, I'm not going to lie. I got a long way to go on this crusade, but it's a weird thing
What
that
if
people
we said, instead of, I'm not going to lie, but if we said, honestly?
Yeah, same thing. Dumbest shit ever. Okay. And end of the day. Who knows what an idiom is? Not an idiot. Idiom. Who knows what an idiom is? No clue? Huh?
It's like a phrase or statement. I can't remember exactly.
An example would be, I knocked it out of the park. Okay? Please don't do that. Don't speak. At the end of the day, Jesus Christ. Okay? Right? You guys say the same shit over and over again. Don't use idioms, okay? Another example, it's raining cats and dogs, okay? I took a term abroad in Spain. If you were to say that, they'd look at you like a crazy person because it's personal to hear, right? Don't use idioms. Speak plainly. Does that make sense? Right? It should make sense. Have your old lady read it. I swear to God, it takes 3 minutes. I know it's really hard to ask somebody to read. Yeah. See if it makes sense or not. If they read it and they're like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, maybe it's not any good. Right? Take a few minutes. Have it make sense. This is a personal thing to you. Questions over this? What do you got?
It's not over this.
Okay. Questions over this? You sure? You good, Ryan?
I still want an example.
Why?
So it could be perfect.
No, why? Why do you want an example? It's your own thoughts.
Right, but leadership still seems like something that would make them sound relatively close together.
Say that again. Leadership what?
Having the topic of like your own definition of leadership, I feel like they're still going to sound oddly the same.
They might.
I don't. No one has presented me with something that doesn't just look like that textbook definition. So I'm gonna go stare at the computer screen for 2 hours until something happens. I don't really know where I'm going. I don't know how you tie in those constraints to make this.
You don't necessarily need to. I'm not asking for you to list your constraints here. But I am asking you to talk about your experiences, what you've been through in life, and why you feel that that's your philosophy. I have my own. I'll share it with you later. All right? But I'm not going to give it to you now. Okay? Because it needs to be personal to you. If you go to a bookstore or the library or whatever, or Google leadership, how many examples come up or books come up? Hundreds, thousands. There's no one way to do this. This is the hard part of SOMS, especially for you, my engineers, black and white, okay? Leadership is never, it's always in the gray area. Always. Because we have to deal with people. People are awesome. People suck. Okay? It's always a gray area. So this is why it's a personal philosophy to you. It's not a definition, it is a philosophy. Right? It's literally what you believe. Make sense? Okay, awesome. Good talk.
Wait, sorry, I'm not gonna lie. No.
Give it some thought. Okay, resist the quick draw here for a little bit. Okay? Give it some thought. I'm going to give you some time on this. Right? Think about the experiences you've been through, good and bad. Right? Leading, following, everything you've been through, what you've seen. You guys love to complain about the core. Okay? What are you going to do about it? All right? Other questions? Do you have a question?
Yeah, so I've just done everything you've told me to do, so like section 2 and that first part of section 1. Do I need to do all the blank squares?
I can't recall if there's some that I think we left blank.
Yeah, there are, because we didn't do like.
It's part of section 1 or something like that?
Yeah, like 1.3.
I don't remember, but it's fine.
Okay, I was wondering
Yeah.
about that, because I remember.
I don't always work through all of it, but this is the part to me that matters most. Right? So I expect effort and it to be personal. Sound good? Okay. I will see you all on Tuesday, right? Okay. Go be awesome. Have a great week.